Welcome to the 17th episode of Lalitha Sahasranam Stotra. The 1,000 different ways in which the fruit bearing of heavy duty karmacharana that can take place, the unconditional, the fruits of the heavy duty karmacharana without compromising on the unconditionality, and therefore promoting the order in the universe, the restoration of order in the universe towards the harmony in the universe. So let us move on. The next nama is Ratnagraiveya Chinta Kalola Mukta Phalanvita. So in this nama, there are three the special words are used. Ratna Graiveya, Ratna Chinta Kalola, and then Mutya. So pearls, gems, and the Chinta Kalola. It's a special man-made ornament. Bhadrachala Ramadasa in one of his kirtana talks about Sitammaku Cheyistini Chintaku Patakamu Ramachandra. So he has used this Chinta Kalola, Chintaku. He says, I have spent money and then I have made ornament of Chintaka Patakam for Sita, and still I am being imprisoned. So what is it that I have done wrong? So he is questioning in that Kirtana. So three aspects of Ratna, Chinta Kalola, and Mucha. So gems, Chinta Kalola, and Mucha are pearls. So she is the one. She is having those who acquire the qualities of Universal Mother can provide the fruits in these three different forms. That's what Ratnagraiveya Chinta Kalola Mukta Phalanvita. Phala is the fruit. So in the previous nama, Kamesa Baddhamangalya Sutta Sobhita Kandara, the filtering action to promote the three different forms of energies, and three different forms of entities were discussed, namely the divine element or positive energy, the demonic or the negative, and the witness mode or neutral energy elements. But these are like, and then when they are in the baby form, these different energy elements, when they are in the baby form, the nourishment is provided through Kanakanga the Keyura Kamaniya Bhujanvita. So through the workmanship, through the womanship, the hardship of the parenthood is being described in Kanakanga the Keyura Kamaniya Bhujanvita. In Ratnagraiveya Chinta Kalola Mukta Phalanvita, the three. So when these babies are grown up, so they don't need the nourishment of a baby form, they need the nourishment of an adulthood. So there are three types of humans: Uttamas, Madhyamas, and Adhamas. So these three ratnas, the gemstones, the chintakas, and the pearls refers to the three forms of humans. So the nourishment is provided based on their the power of intent or sankalpa bala. So let us see these three types of humans: Uttamas, Madhyamas, and Adhamas. Uttama means they always stay in the current, and they have a control, absolute control on the oscillation of their mind, and they exhibit satva guna. They are like, they operate in the witness mode. They see, they are beyond profit, loss, happiness, sad, all such type of dvaita. They are beyond this, and hence they can control this. And they see the super soul, presence of super soul in every action that they perform. They are like lotus flowers, and hence, since they are operating in the witness mode, they are like pearls. So the three different ways of nourishment. One of the nourishment is given to the Uttamas. And Madhyama, they are like gemstones, and they exhibit rajo guna in their karmacharana or action, and they possess the divine characteristics, and they always have dvaita bhavana, or good, bad, profit, loss, happiness, sad. So these kind of discretion, they operate on such type of discretion. So their mind oscillates between past and the future, and hence they exhibit this duality of profit, loss, happiness, sad, etc. So these people are called Madhyamas. So their mind, since their mind oscillates between past and the future, so when the mind has to go from past to future, it has to pass through the present. So there is some amount, proportion of the time that they spend in the present, but majority of the time they oscillate, and whatever fruit of action they perform is attributed to their mind passing through the current phase. So the third category is adhamas. They exhibit tamo guna, and they are like chintaku. So the third aspect of the nourishment. So their mind either stays in the past or in the future. It never it only oscillates in the past and the future. It is not passing through the current at all. They never stay in the current. So they think about the past glory, or they fantasize the future. So these are called adhamas, and they exhibit tamoguna action items. These are demonic elements. So based on the choice of the individuals who have entered into the world through the Kamesa Baddhamangalya Sutta Sobhita Kandara, through the unison of Universal Mother and Universal Father, Kameshvara and Viswamata. And when they grew up, these individuals, the souls of these individuals who have acquired the bodies, they choose either of these three, uttamas, madhyamas and adhamas, and the nourishment is provided according to their choice. And that's what Ratnagraiveya Chinta Kalola Mukta Phalanvita. So in spite of someone choosing the path of demonic, somebody choosing the path of the divinity, and somebody choosing a path which is beyond these two, that is a witness mode, like a lotus flower. So the parents or the representatives of Universal Mother, without getting impatient or without losing the patience, they are ready to provide the nourishment to these various souls who have acquired the bodies towards the restoration of the order in the universe, based on their individual choices. So that's Ritnagrave Sinta Kalola Mukta Phalanvita. Hence, in this nama, the choice is being provided. So hence, the faculty of discretion is being trained. So the next nama is Kameswara Prema Ratna Maniprati Panastani. Kameswara Prema Ratna Maniprati Panastani. So here, the unconditional love, the gem of love from Kameshvara, the universal Father, that is Kameswara Prema Ratna. So the unconditional love of Universal Mother, Universal Father, Kameshvara, in the form of a gem, is transferred to the Universal Mother, and the transferring effect is exhibited as naturally shining bright breasts of Universal Mother. So that's what is Kameswara Prema Ratna Mani Pratipanastani. The love of Universal Father Kameshwara translated into the natural shining of the breasts of the Universal Mother. So in this nama, the concept of prema or love is being introduced. So what is the characteristic of a true love, and what is the connection of the gemstones and gemstones to this the love characteristic of love, and what is it to do with the breast. So let us try to understand this. So the definition of the love, the true definition of the true love is that the origin of love is innocence. So where there's abundance of innocence of infants or babies, the love blossoms. So that's the only definition of the love. So these gemstones, well, money and ratnas are like gemstones, and monies are found, they are like naturally shining gemstones, we can say. Monies are like, they are naturally shining, whereas the other type of gemstones, that is ratna, they need an external shining to make their to radiate. So hence they are not a source of brightness by themselves, but they respond to the shining, a light source, by projecting the brightness. So that's the difference between money and ratna. Well, money is naturally bright. Ratna requires a source to make their presence. So here, Kamesvara Prema Ratna Mani Prati Pranastani. So it's a beautiful nama. So those who are ambassadors of Universal Mother and Universal Father, having decided to contribute towards the order in the universe by bringing up the next generation, and so in the process there's a unison that is taking place, and since these are Kameshwara and the Universal Mother, they are the perfect examples of witness mode of operation. So the universal, the person who is having the qualities of the Universal Father, with all his innocence, so gets surrendered to the Universal Mother, and in the process, all the attributes of natural brightness that he has transferred to the Universal Mother, and then he became like Ratna, which requires an external shining. So he lost all his shining or brightness into the Universal Mother, because she has to provide the nourishment. So he has passed all his brightness to the Universal Mother, and then he became a Ratna, that is called Prema Ratna. So having acquired all the brightness of the Universal Father, the Universal Mother or Vishwamata, now she is exhibiting brightness like a mani, a natural source of light, and her breasts are shining bright. So the innocence of Universal Father translating it to the love, and the love is carrying the brightness of the Universal Father into the Universal Mother, and the Mother is exhibiting the natural source of light through her breasts. So there's a transfer of energy in two forms here, and there's no loss of energy because it's all happened unconditionally. Okay, so the Universal Mother now can give the nourishment of the breast, like a true source of natural light. Whoever requires, she can provide the breast nourishment, like a true source of natural light. So that shows the potency of those individuals. They are who are ambassadors of the Mother Nature. Usually, the breast nourishment, if it is given continuously for several generations, they lose their potency. But it is not the case here. Her breasts are like natural source of light. So therefore, if the parents are operating in a witness mode, like Kameshvara and Universal Mother, the children who are born to such people are very fortunate, because they get all the nourishment as if they're being nourished by the Universal Father and Universal Mother. So that's the meaning of this explanation of this nama, Kameswara Prema Ratna Maniprati Pranasthani. So in this nama there is brightness discussed, and the natural radiation discussed, and hence it's a personality surrendering that is taking place here. So hence the faculty of personality or ego is being trained through this nama. So the remaining namas we will discuss in the next episode. Thank you.